In a rapidly changing world order, India has emerged as a dominant global force, leveraging its diplomacy, economic strength, and strategic alliances to ascend to superpower status. While traditional powers like the United States have experienced setbacks in global leadership, India has skillfully navigated geopolitical complexities, earning respect and influence across continents. Russian President Vladimir Putin's recent remark, where he suggested that India could mediate peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, is a testament to India's growing stature as a global powerbroker. When President Putin suggested that India could play a pivotal role in mediating peace between Russia and Ukraine, it was more than just a diplomatic gesture. His statement highlighted India's growing influence and ability to maintain neutrality in an increasingly polarized world. India's approach to the Russia-Ukraine conflict has been measured, pragmatic, and focused on long-term stability rather than taking sides. India's ability to retain strong ties with both Russia and the West, while refusing to condemn or support either party outright, demonstrates its diplomatic dexterity. India's neutral stance not only reflects its traditional policy of non-alignment but also reinforces its image as a nation that values peaceful resolutions over conflict escalation. This unbiased approach has won India admiration from both allies and rivals, placing it in a unique position to mediate in disputes where other global powers have struggled. Putin's confidence in India's potential as a mediator stems from India's consistent efforts to remain impartial in international conflicts, making it a credible partner for peace negotiations. This role, however, is not an isolated event. It is part of India's broader foreign policy strategy of being a global mediator and peacebuilder. While India's diplomatic prowess has grown, the US has seen a significant erosion of its global leadership in recent years. A series of domestic and foreign policy missteps, coupled with its inward-looking stance under recent administrations, have weakened America's global standing. Once considered the primary peace broker and global leader, the US has increasingly found itself sidelined in major international negotiations. The decline of American diplomatic influence has created a vacuum on the world stage, one that India has been quick to fill. India's rise has been aided by its refusal to align too closely with any one superpower. Instead, it has maintained strategic autonomy, allowing it to build relationships with both the East and the West. In the context of the Russia-Ukraine war, where the US and NATO's involvement has been viewed with skepticism by some nations, India's balanced diplomacy has been lauded. India's position as a voice of reason, unencumbered by the historical baggage of Cold War alliances, has helped it emerge as a more credible and respected mediator in global conflicts. India's diplomatic ascent is no accident. It is the result of a deliberate and carefully crafted foreign policy under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Minister of External Affairs S. Jaishankar. Modi's government has championed what is often referred to as the Modi Doctrine, a foreign policy approach that emphasizes strategic autonomy, multilateralism, and economic diplomacy. One of India's most significant achievements has been its ability to maintain strong relationships with seemingly opposing powers. India is a key player in BRICS, a group that includes Russia and China, a member of the Quad, with the US, Japan, and Australia, and an active participant in the Indo-Pacific strategy aimed at countering China's influence. This balancing act has allowed India to retain its strategic relevance in multiple spheres of influence, from Eurasia to the Indo-Pacific. India's diplomatic victories can be seen in its leadership role in global organizations such as the G20, where it has been an advocate for developing nations and emerging markets. India's role in shaping the global response to the COVID-19 pandemic, particularly its vaccine diplomacy, further solidified its image as a responsible global power. What truly sets India apart from other rising powers is its unique ability to befriend all. The new India is not bound by rigid alliances or historical conflicts. It is a nation that seeks to be a friend to all, positioning itself as a bridge between conflicting nations and a trusted partner for both emerging and established powers. This strategy has paid off remarkably well. India's relations with the US are at an all-time high, thanks to economic and defense cooperation, while its deep-rooted ties with Russia continue to flourish. In Asia, India is a key player in regional forums like the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, while in Africa, it has been strengthening economic and military ties to support development and security. India's global appeal is further bolstered by its use of soft power, through culture, education, and technology. Bollywood films, Indian cuisine, yoga, and its vast diaspora contribute to India's global image as a friendly, culturally rich, and forward-thinking nation. Furthermore, India's leadership in technology and space exploration, particularly through organizations like ISRO, adds to its image as a global innovator. To understand India's rise as a superpower, one must look back at its historical significance. India was once one of the world's most advanced civilizations, known for its contributions to science, mathematics, and trade. After centuries of colonial rule, India is reclaiming its place on the global stage, not just as an economic powerhouse but as a leader in peace and diplomacy. Economically, India's growth has been phenomenal. As the fifth largest economy in the world, India's robust development in technology, pharmaceuticals, and defense manufacturing has empowered it to assert its influence globally. Its military, the third largest in the world, combined with advancements in nuclear and space technologies, further cements India's status as a formidable power. The future looks bright for India, as its strategic positioning between East and West, its economic resilience, and its diplomatic finesse continue to shape global geopolitics. With its emphasis on peace, cooperation, and mutual respect, India is redefining what it means to be a superpower in the 21st century. India's rise as a global superpower is the result of calculated diplomacy, economic strength, and strategic relationships. As the world navigates through conflicts, power shifts, and economic challenges, India has positioned itself as a nation of peace, stability, and influence. With a foreign policy that balances the interests of major powers while maintaining its strategic autonomy, India is now a trusted mediator and a friend to all. As President Putin's remarks suggest, the world recognizes India's growing role in international affairs, and this, new India, is poised to lead in ways that reflect its historical legacy and future potential. The world's new reality, India, a nation that has regained its historical mantle as a global leader, a friend to everyone, and a superpower in every sense.